Good day everyone. So my name is Antoinette M. Bansal and I am the next reporter for this topic. Next we have following up a student response with related question. So what does it mean, class? So in explaining a question or an answer, slowly repeating or replacing a certain word in a question that may be the way that student unable to give an answer correctly. So after a student give an answer, the teacher asks many questions or more questions to that answer. So the purpose of here is to guide the student towards their correct idea and also to help them to think deeper and to clarify their understanding. It work, class. So the teacher may repeat the question slowly or replace the word into difficult so the student can understand better. For instance is if you're asked question like what is the significance of photosynthesis, then you will give another question which we call this following up question. Then you will going to ask again that why photosynthesis is important for plant. So that's how it works. The following up a student response related question. So next we have replacing the seemingly unclear question. So do you know what it's this, or do you have an idea from the word unclear question? Okay, none. So replace unclear question by using terms or idioms familiar to the student. So avoid long and complicated sentence structures in asking questions to student. So meaning if a student does not understand the question, so the teacher changed the word to make it simple and to make more understandable for the student. So the teacher changed the question, right? So the teacher changed the word to make it simple. So the purpose of this is to make the question easier for them to understand and also to use the words the students are familiar with them and to avoid confusion. So how it works, class? Do you have an idea how it works? Okay, none. So use a simple word. Use a simple word and short sentence to avoid a long and complicated question for the student. So for example of this, we have here a complicated question. So the complicated question is, what are the important, or what is the implication of global warming on biodiversity? So as you observe, the question is very hard, right? And very difficult. The word that we use here is very difficult. So we were going to replace this and we were going to change like this. How does the global warming affect plants and animal? So here, as you observe, the question is clear and understandable. So next, class, we have showing non-verbal encouragement. So what does it mean? From the word non-verbal. Okay, non-verbal is we don't use our mouth or we don't use words, right? So one of the example for non-verbal is body language, eye contact, right? So in showing non-verbal encouragement, body language, particularly a teacher, facial expression during recitation communicates a message, encouragement, or otherwise to student. Eye contact also. Eye contact, smiling face, and encouraging hand gesture to remove the fear of the student or embarrassment from the student. So meaning of this, class, is encouraging student to to use body language instead of words. So the purpose of this class is to build confidence, to reduce fear, and also to show support. Very good. So one of the most example here is eye contact. So they say that eye contact shows that you are paying attention to your teacher. But I don't think that everyone doing eye contact is paying attention with their teacher. But most of them are doing eye contact because they find interesting the topic and they are paying attention to their teacher. And next we have smiling. So smiling makes student feel safe. Do you agree with this? Okay, right? Because some of the teacher are doing this, and what do you feel if the teacher is smiling with you? You feel safe and you don't what? You don't have peer to ask question with your teacher, right? But some of the teacher are not doing this one because they want the student to have peer with them. Okay. So non-verbal class sent a strong message that the teacher is supportive. So lastly, we have encouraging learning to ask question. So encouraging learning to ask question class is very important for all the teacher. So we should encourage your student to ask a question, especially if they are confused with that question. We call that clarification, right? So encouraging learning to ask questions, watch out for the student who seemingly to have a problem by a non-verbal indicator about a certain response. Encourage them to bring out their question. So meaning of this class is teacher motivate student to speak up, especially if they are unclear. So like I said earlier, so we should encourage them to ask question again, especially if they are confused to that question. So the purpose of this class is to help student to express confusions and to make them feel comfortable, especially in asking the question, right? So how it works, class? So it works like this. So observe the student the non-verbal signals. So when we say non-verbal signal, what does it mean? We don't speak up, we don't use our words or mouth. So if you see the face of the student change, we call that confused face. So if you see like student doing like this, they are afraid to speak up. They are just doing a facial expression because they are afraid to speak up, right? And also some of the students doing silent, especially those students are afraid to speak up and don't have confidence to speak, right? They doing silent. So in that way, class, student might confuse in everything because they don't speak up. They usually doing what? Non-verbal, which is the facial expressions, the silence. They're doing like that. So as a future teacher, we need to learn this one. We need to learn how to manage the student, especially if they are non-verbal, because some of the non-verbal student they don't usually speak up and they are very unclear to that question, so it can be a problem for the teacher and for the student. So all we need to do is to gentle encourage them. Like example, you say to them that if you ask question if you are unsure, you are going to say that to them. Then say that also in gentle way, like it's okay to be confused. So ask them what part would you like to repeat. So in that way, the student can have more confidence to speak and also have a curiosity. So that's all for my part. I hope you learned something. So especially if you want to become a teacher, you should learn this one. You should learn how to handle student, because it is very important that you know how to handle your student, because your student have a different kind of attitude, have a different kind of learning, and how they interact. They have a different kind of interactions. If you notice, some of the students they don't usually speak up, and if you notice, some of the students are very friendly. So we need to learn them. We need to learn how to handle them. Again, this is Antoinette and Bansal together with Miss Nicole Mendoza. I hope you learned something in our discussion. Have a good day.